On this 4th of July, we are all American. We're patriotic. We have the freedom to barbecue and to go camping and to get together with friends and family, eat and drink as much as we want, blow things up with fireworks, some cases in states with illegal fireworks. But that freedom, however, does come at a cost. And the truth of the matter is, freedom is never free. John and I, on this July 4th, do want to tackle kind of a heavy subject and let you know that there is something you can do to help our vets. We'd like to welcome to the Alpha Med podcast Brian and Kendra Ward, who lead the 4Ward Project. Our military vets are in crisis. The statistical average is what, 22 every day of our nation's finest commit suicide. I know John lost his very best friend and a friend of mine as well, Christopher Dexter, on June 25th of 2013. And Brian and Kendra, you created the 4Ward Project after you too lost your son, Eric, on August the 22nd of 2016. Tell us about Eric.
Eric was a really good person. He had a really good heart, and he did a lot of community service, and that's what we're looking to keep happening through our efforts. He was a lot of fun. He was kind of a quiet person, but when he felt comfortable around you, he was the life of the party, and we hear that more and more from friends.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, very good at sports, just kind of a good all-around person, and did a lot of things just to help people. Besides the official community service that he was involved in through Teen Leadership Corps, he also just did a lot of things on his own. He just wanted to help people. And we heard from a lot of people after he passed about how he helped them. And, you know, the guys in basic training who said he was the one who told them never to quit, keep going, or maybe stood in for them when maybe they were a smaller guy and a bigger guy was picking on them. And he was there for everybody, and had some things that he couldn't deal with for himself.
I really can't imagine the pain. I have three daughters of losing a child, but you and your family, along with Eric's fellow servicemen and friends, have really turned it into something that would make Eric proud, right? The 4Ward Project. Tell us how it all came together for you guys.
Well, it started out with we had some family and friends that were hosting benefits for us, and the very first benefit we had, we actually had a rock painting event there, and all the kids got into it, and a few of the adults did too, and that kind of became a reoccurring theme. We ended up doing 3 benefits total, and then from there it was just it kind of blossomed into something bigger. And she had posted a video on TikTok in, what year was that?
2020.
That's when I met you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that video just went viral like crazy, and people started emailing us and messaging us and asking what they could do to be involved. How could they get a rock? And it just it snowballed from there.
Let's talk about the rocks a little bit. For people who don't know, the 4Ward Project puts together rocks that people can purchase online, and then people they place them in different places. And if you find one, you pick it up and then you place it somewhere else, and it helps spread this message that our vets really do need our help.
Absolutely, yeah. It started as we just didn't want Eric to be forgotten, and we didn't want people to refer to him as that guy that killed himself. And
Sure.
Those two things were really important to us. So we started hiding the rocks just kind of as a therapy for ourselves. As we were going places around town, And then when we did take a trip together with our daughter just to try to get away when the holidays were too stressful, it was a way for us to take Eric with us and then leave a mark of him somewhere else. And then, so some friends started doing it, some family started doing it. You know, they'd take a trip and say, hey, I'm going here or there. Can I take a rock with me too? And, you know, so we were doing that and then trying to do some fundraiser type things for veterans causes and the local Humane Society because Eric was a big animal lover.
Huge animal lover, yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Sure. Yeah.
His German Shepherd just passed away this last fall, but we still have his 17-year-old cat. So
18 now.
Oh, 18, yes,
Yeah.
18. So yes.
Wow.
So
I don't know if you noticed, mine just walked through the frame
Yes.
here.
yes, ours is a black cat too. So yes,
Doesn't want to have anything to do with me when I'm not on camera, but I get on
Yeah.
camera. Maybe he's a show cat. I don't know. John, you have a rock, right? Do you have one right there?
I do.
There you go.
That
There
is
it
one of
That's
our
what-
earlier rocks. And
Yes,
you
it
can
is.
tell.
It's actually the first
Yes.
rock you ever sent me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very,
I've-
very cool.
I've kept this one just because it was the first one you sent me.
And-
You sent me
and
two.
Listen, you know, we talk about the statistic of 22 a day, which is obviously 22 too many. What does need to be done for our vets in this situation? Is it more counseling? Is it what is it?
I think that there needs to be a change in attitude to start off with. And attitude changes when people become more aware and are educated.
Mm-hmm.
So prior to losing Eric, I thought that I didn't know anybody who had attempted to take their own life or even had a family member that did. I didn't consciously think about it and didn't talk about it with people. I mean, why would you want to talk about that? You know, that it just seems like such a negative topic. And, you know, a lot of people have misconceptions about it. And after Eric died, people were approaching me left and right about their brother or their mother or their cousin or their friend or maybe even themselves had made an attempt or successfully completed it. And it made me realize how it affects so many people, but many people are just not willing or not able or scared to talk about it. So
feel they can't.
Feel they can't, you know, and that could be from shame. That could be from embarrassment. It could be from maybe a religious source that how they feel about it. And, you know, there's probably 100 other reasons, but, you know, if it's something that feels off, feels taboo or inappropriate to talk about, then people probably don't know a lot about it. And when it becomes personal for yourself or someone you know, then you start to learn more about it. And as people learn more about it, it can change. You know,
Absolutely.
we start in the military. We're both Army veterans as well. And, you know, there's a lot of
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. There's a lot of, you know, attitude in the military of suck it up and drive on. And, you know, yes, that is a needed attitude in many circumstances. But, you know, we've heard stories of people who have expressed mental health issues and it affects their future. It affects their promotions. It affects even maybe their ability to remain in the military from their career all the way back to just simply how people treat them. So it's easy to hide. If you had a broken leg, people wouldn't expect you just to still walk around with it broken and do nothing about it.
And you're right, because the attitude a lot of times has been one of, "Hey, I'm a guy, I can handle it," or I'm a soldier, I can handle it. And even all the way back to Vietnam, a lot of the guys that came back from Vietnam didn't want to talk about it. And a lot of people who have been in horrific, very stressful situations sometimes don't want to talk about it. But I guess the answer probably is to always be there and willing to listen. when they're ready to talk about it.
And giving them the opportunity to talk about it. That's one of the biggest things, because for so long, that stigma has been there. You don't talk about those things.
If I wanted to get a rock, I would just, there's a website I can go to.
Yeah, our website is 4Wardproject.com. And we have Eric's story on there and other information about what we do with the proceeds. We like to donate to quality causes that help veterans, but also we like to donate to some things that Eric supported, especially animal welfare, just again, because he was such a big animal lover.
Is there a way to personalize rocks?
There are, yeah, absolutely. We have a laser engraver, so that's how we make the rocks. They're not painted on. A lot of people think that the design that John showed is painted on, but it's laser engraved. And yeah, we can customize, put messages on them, and
we number them.
Yes, that's the new thing. That's how we knew John's rock was an older rock. We number them now, so you can track your rock. And we have a spreadsheet on our website that shows the places that they've been, as long as people post it on social media to let us know where they're hiding them.
And that's really the key. That's what keeps this message going, is the social interaction with hiding the rocks. Tell me about some of the causes that you've helped so far with regard to the veterans.
Oh, there's quite a few.
Yeah.
I think our very first one was the equine therapy, correct?
Yep.
Boots to Grasses Equine Therapy. They were our first one for our benefit. And then we had the dog one, Wags for Warriors. Wags for Warriors, yep, was our second one. And who did we designate in the third? Was it Waypoint?
No, we stopped after that.
Oh, that's right.
And then, we've donated a lot to Waypoint Vets, and
they brought you some good trips.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I've seen some of the stuff they do with the veterans. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they take veterans on free outdoor adventures and mountain climbing, canyoneering, hiking. They're starting to diversify now too. That organization is only 4 years old, so but they've taken off, and it's a wonderful, wonderful organization. We were lucky enough to be able to go on a canyoneering trip in Arizona, and it was amazing.
There are some celebrities that have gotten some rocks. I mean, like Robert Patrick and I don't know, the guy from Poison, right? Brett Michaels.
Yeah. Travis Pastrana, if you're into racing at all. Yeah,
I forgot about Travis.
No, we're kind of into racing, just a little bit.
Martin Truex Jr.
Yes.
Well, the website is 4Wardproject.com. And guys, thank you so much for spending a couple of minutes with us on this July 4th. And we're going to let you get back to your camping. And hopefully people will go and check out the website and buy a rock and keep this message and keep Eric's memory going forward.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate
it.
Thank you guys again.
Obviously, a very important cause. We want to thank Brian and Kendra from the 4Ward Project for joining us on this July 4th on the Alpha Men Podcast.
Thank you, guys. Thank you again.